Today's episode of the Protect You podcast is sponsored by Game One. Looking to elevate your game? At Game One, we come alongside your team to provide custom uniforms, apparel, and equipment built for performance and delivered with unmatched service. Plus, our online team and fan stores make it easy for athletes and parents to get custom gear anywhere, anytime. Visit game-1.com today to learn more because your team deserves the best. Welcome on in, everybody, to another episode of the Protect You podcast. I'm Jake Wilson, a little sunburnt after action this weekend, as joined, as always, by my man, Jay Mickens. Jay, we have a lot to dive into with this episode. Obviously, we got to talk about the action-packed weekend that was taking center stage for a lot of the state of Texas. 7-on-7 had a big-time tournament over in C-Stat, in the heart of Aggie-Land, but then also, we got some big-time announcements coming on here. New members of the crew have just made their commitments, and then we got another guy coming on to make his commitment live. It's exciting stuff that has me extremely fired up, man.
Yeah, I hope it was worth your sunburn, Jay. Did you not want to put any sunscreen on your forehead by God?
See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I've taken the necessary precautions. I did put on sunscreen. I did everything that I thought I was supposed to do. But I guess my body just was not on the same page as my setup and my mentality going
You probably should have had a hat on like me.
That's true. I'm not a hat guy, but I think I'm going to need to maybe adopt like a bucket hat type of look when we go out to events now.
You just wet your hair and let it slip back, Pat Riley style, and then just put a hat on. What you think? I mean, I think that could work. We can ask our first guest and see what does he think, how you would look with the slick back.
With the slick back and the hat on.
Some grease put in, mousse.
I don't know if I'd go that far, especially with how hot it was out there too.
It was.
That would be a disastrous combo.
Definitely. Well, hey, just like this show, brother. This thing's about to be hot, man, because we got a big first guest. This young man allowed us to be a part of his announcement last night, right? Darnell Jackson Jr. So excited that we got to be a part of that, man. Honored. It went from where I thought we were just going to be guests in the room to, asking some questions. And then all of a sudden, kind of being up front and center with them, man. And what a turnout. You had people in the hallway.
You had members of the staff that were outside of the windows,
bro. Like looking through the glass. Like, can we come in? Of course, his mom, Darlene, great woman. She was like, y'all can let him in. But them people were excited, and what a turnout too for his announcement.
Yes, it was a big time turnout. We were very happy to be a part of it. Now we're also equally as happy to open our doors once more inside of Studio Triple J and welcoming on another special guest of the Protect You podcast. Everybody, please welcome on in Darnell Jackson Jr. Darnell, thank you, man, for taking the time to join us here.
No problem,
it really does mean a lot.
Yes, sir. I'm glad. I'm blessed to be here. Really blessed to be here.
Brother. Man, what a journey, right?
Right, yes, sir.
At least my phone will start ringing. Jeez, yeah. I was like, darn it. Even like last night, it was like we're up 30 minutes out. You're still kind of like, I don't know. I'm going back and forth. But we're here.
Yes, sir, we are.
We're here. You got the shirt on, right?
Yes, sir.
Going to be a Ute.
Yes, sir. Go Utes.
Hey, go Utes.
One more time, go Utes.
Super excited, bro. Okay. The stress of it all, right? All the indecisiveness. I'm sure some sleepless nights.
Oh yes, definitely,
right?
For sure.
But now you made the decision. Like, how did you feel when you woke up this morning? You opened your eyes, you saw the sun. What was the first thought in your head?
I'm a Ute now. Like that's like the biggest thing too. Like I'm blessed. Like I'm thankful for everything. I'm thankful for my family, y'all also, like just for being there and helping me through this journey. I'm thankful for God, of course. Like, without him, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of things with this gift that I have, with the speed that I have, stuff like that. So I'm just really blessed that I had this opportunity to go to Utah or really just go to a school in general. Cause not everyone has the choice to just pick any school or have a D1 school in mind, or even have a Big 12 school in mind too. So it means a lot to me because I put in the work for it. I'm glad I got there. There's always those nights where I thought I wasn't going to be able to go D1 or just not even go D1, but just not play college ball. Yeah. But I'm very blessed to say that I can play college ball. Yes, sir.
Yeah, brother. And I think for me too, what really excites me about you is that, you're like living proof for an example for other people that, don't have the offense that they should have as a receiver. Yes, right. You don't have the numbers, if that makes sense, right? but yet you still continue to grind. You continue to still find your way. I mean, and don't get me wrong, running a 10:08 in 100.
Yes, sir.
Like that helps tremendously, right? But what I love the fact is that, and once again, we know what you can do when you got a QB that can get you to rock and you go be special,
yes,
right?
Sir.
However, based off of just your numbers, it's been kind of pedestrian numbers because you haven't had the opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Dude, talk to us a little bit about like how all of that and how did you overcome? And then most importantly, how did you stay locked in to where every day you said, I'm going to continue to get up and grind and go out and do what I need to do so I can continue to live my dream?
So what I did was I just kept God in my circle and listened to my mom every day. Like that's the big thing. Like having the past seasons that I had, and like some people would think like, dang, I'm not finna get no offers, this, that, and the third. But knowing that not only am I a dual sport athlete too, I knew that I was going to get the opportunity that I needed to get. Like all I got to do was work hard every single day, listen to my mom, like I always say, and also keep God in your corner. Without God, this wouldn't be possible for me. I feel like. So it's just it's like a whole bunch of things that play into it. Like I said, hard work pays off at the end of the day. Like you can work hard every single day and still not get the right ability to really just do what you need to do. But I put the work in every single day, every single night, no matter what it is, whether it was schoolwork, because you're a student athlete. You can't just be an athlete only. You got to be a student athlete. You can't just have, I have C's, but at least I'm good at football. But you have to have A's and be good at football. That's why I was able to have a high GPA and also have high GPA schools too. So it's like a lot of stuff that plays into it. Like I said again, hard work. It's really it. Hard work, yes, sir.
No, and I know that what you're saying is true. Like for the audience that might, he's just making this up because it sounds good. That's what you're supposed to say. Like the good thing about me getting to go on these OVs, besides negotiating with GMs and all that, is that I get to be around the family, right?
Okay.
We get 2 or 3 days of just fun, and I love hearing you when you would eat something and be like, man, this is good, but it ain't as good as my mom's cooking. I was like, Darnell, you don't want to get this bacon? You're like, I don't want to eat this bacon because it ain't going to be as good as my mom's bacon.
Yes, sir.
Like, mama just throw down in the kitchen.
I love my mom with my whole heart. So.
Oh, I know. No, and that's what I love seeing, that whole dynamic. And then me getting to see how much she loves you, right?
Sure.
As well. And I know that their relationship and that bond that y'all have is real. And that's very special. So, man, awesome to get to be a part of that and witness that.
She's like my little momager. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Well, hey, man, too. And tell me a little bit as well of some of the unique things that Utah was doing for you along that recruiting journey. What were some of the things that they were doing, whether it was, the OV that you took, whether it was the special treatment, the conversations you were having with the coaches? What were some of those things that made Utah just a little step above everything else that was going after you?
Well, when you step foot on the OV, it's like you're already family when you step in. Like before you even step in, even when you get picked up from the other coaches, like you're already family when you walk in. That's one thing I can say that I felt was different from other OVs. Like I felt like family when I first walked in there, no matter what it was. Like even like from the start, from when they did the About Me, I've never seen anyone do it About Me. So like knowing that they really care that much, and just the vibe that it was, the culture that it was also, it was just phenomenal. Like I've never been somewhere that really just felt like family as much that it did. Like as much time as I push on, I want brotherhood, I want a family, they gave me brotherhood and gave me family. Like it felt like I was back home in Jamaica. Like it felt like home. So I mean, I always tell my mom, like, I want to go somewhere that feels like home, because I want to be able to say I have 2 homes. I have my home where my mom is, and I have the home where my college is. I can't just have one home and then have my college. I want to have 2 homes. And Utah felt like home for me. So
yeah, bro. I mean, and it was a lot of hugs.
Oh, a lot.
Like,
yes,
bro,
sir.
I'm talking the moment that, remember when we got there? I think that was the first thing that I was just thrown back. Didn't know what to do with my arms, because I'm like, man, like I feel like I'm a hugger, but like they hug.
They hug.
Like a lot of them, they hold in.
Yes, sir.
Like big proper bear hug and everything.
Yes. Yeah, but they just hold it for like, I felt like 10 seconds too long, but then after a while I was like, okay.
Yes, sir.
This is just a part of their culture. And I know what you mean by feeling like having that second home. That's a great thought process there. And, do appreciate you sharing that, because once again, you got people that are watching or looking up to you, want to be in your shoes, right?
Yes,
some little guys. And And you're right, finding that spot to where it truly feels like home, right? We know football's a business now and we get all that.
Yeah.
But you still want to feel like, okay, when I lay my head down, like I'm going to be comfortable being in this situation, this environment. Because at the end of the day, you're still a young man. We got time for the NFL.
Oh,
right?
yeah, yes, sir.
You can't control where you go then, and then you got to just force the family. But collegiately, you do have that choice. And you had a lot of choices.
Yes, sir, I did.
You had a lot of choices. I mean, look, you went from, how many offers did you end up with? When
22.
22 offers. You had to narrow it down to 10, then you had to narrow it down to 5, and then you decided to narrow it down to 3.
Yes, sir.
Now, did you break up with everybody? Because I'm going to say how I was. When I had girlfriends back in the day, I never broke up with anybody, DJ.
Oh, yeah.
I would just stop calling. And I wouldn't answer the phone. That's how they knew we broke up, because I just didn't want to hurt feelings. How did you get down to the 3 and then ultimately to the 1? And then what was that process of having to let people know, thank you, but no thanks?
It's just like, you got to realize when you're in the recruitment process, it's a business, but at the same time, it's relationships. There's bridges that you don't want to burn.
Right.
So you have to be able to show them like you're genuine. So you can't just pick a school and be like, all right, I'm done with y'all. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. You have to be like, hey, I'm going to make sure you know that, like, I know I picked this school, but y'all still gave me the hospitality that I needed. I appreciate that. Appreciate the relationship. I appreciate y'all like just recruiting me, period, and seeing the potential in me. Because not a lot of schools see potential in I'm not gonna say I'm short, but like a shorter receiver.
I understand what you mean.
Less weight,
Yeah.
but I'm still fast. So it's like you don't really see that a lot of receivers getting picked up like that, So just seeing that coaches have the ability to see my potential in me shows me a lot. So like I want to make sure they know, like, thank you for everything.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir.
And you had Texas State right down the street, but then you had Northwestern as well as Utah come in very late in your recruitment, right?
Yes,
how was that feeling where it's like, okay, I think this is where I might be leaning. Then all of a sudden, bam, bam. Here comes the Big 10 and the Big 12 knocking at the door. You're like, hello?
So, they came out of nowhere in a sense, but they also showed that I know we came out of nowhere, but we want you. Like, we want to make sure that you know that we want you. And all 3 schools showed that they wanted me, but, Utah showed me the most, from going from line coaches, the other side of the ball, D-line coaches come up to me saying, Darnell, I remember that one play that you had. And I'm like, wait, you remember that play? And you're a D-line coach?
Right.
So, like, it's just showing that, like, those coaches really believed in me and said, hey, we can get you to where you want to be at. You just got to trust the process. And I said, I will.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, and to your point, I remember the DB coach, and we got your mom up on set. She probably could tell some funny stories because that DB coach was happy. I was thinking, like, why would the DB coach going to get happy? Because you're going to torch all his guys.
Exactly.
But when I found out, because he, it's kind of, iron sharp as iron. Like, he knows that you can come in and make his guys better. Right? Because if they can guard you, they're going to be able to guard other receivers, right, across the Big 12. So,
especially my goal being trying to be like one of the fastest Big 12 receivers. And so,
well, you're already the fastest receiver on Utah's roster.
Oh, yeah. So,
you're not even there yet. So, there's that.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway.
Hey, I got to ask, though, before we start rolling all of these videos, which is some really good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wait till you see it. It's all from me, too.
Okay, this is cameraman Jay.
Cameraman Jay.
That OV. But can you tell me, what was your personal highlight on that OV trip to Utah? Because I know the audience got a little bit of a taste of it from the stuff that we were able to show last week. But can you tell me, D-Jack, what was your highlight from that OV to Utah?
My highlight from that OV is definitely that red carpet starting lineup. That was so lit. It was right before the photo shoot. They lined everyone up on the other side of like the locker room. It was locker room, right?
Yeah.
Like locker room. And they would say your city, then they'll give you your nickname. And here comes Darnell Jackson. I'll walk through. I'm like, oh shoot. I started getting hyped. Man, that was one of the best highlights. That. And I can also say the DB coach and the receiver coach, both of them are hilarious.
Yeah.
So that definitely, yes, sir.
Hey, that receiver coach, bro, like, look, I'm going to just go on record. And he's a great dude, right? Like, Bump is my guy. I love the fact, we got, other friends, him coming from, Mississippi State and that connection. Let's just say that Bump was over the top thrilled. The top thrilled, man. Talking to him the other night, like, understanding, just his philosophy. And I think your mom said it best when I was talking to her when she was like, not only does he have to coach, but he's also got to close.
Oh, yes, sir.
Right? You know, they're losing 5 receivers, right? Whether it's from the NFL draft or graduation. He needed to have a strong recruiting class,
yes,
right? And, you know, closing what was huge from him.
Oh, yeah. I know.
It's like you're changing lives, DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're changing lives. You're a real life superhero. Anyway, but hey, man, we're about to roll these videos. So this first video, guys, I want y'all to watch, and then we'll come back to the studio and allow DJ to kind of talk about this first clip. I think this first one is
it's the dinner. It was that initial get to know DJax.
Okay, about me. Yes,
they
sir.
showed off that little about you and the research that they were able to do. Some pretty interesting finds that they had.
I love this. All right, collection tennis shoes, and their favorite movie right now is Batman. All right, so Mr. 1008 Darnell.
So again, hey, some real interesting stuff, man. How cool is that, though, to have your whole treatment of, hey, we know everything to know about this guy. Let's roll out the red carpet and have this big time announcement for him in front of everybody.
Man, that was something I'd never thought that I would just see. Because, you know, yeah, you get the coaches that are like, oh, yeah, I know that you like wearing shoes a lot. You know, you can see that in social media. But seeing my favorite movie in there, seeing that I'm a comic reader in there, that right there, that really showed me, okay, yeah, these coaches know what they're talking about. Like, it's just crazy to see. So even see my nickname was 1008. That's live. So
I mean, I still think they should have put you went 15 miles over to DJax.
That's a little.
I think that would have been cool, because then they would have showed that they also watched the podcast.
Yes, sir.
And that would have been a pro. But they didn't watch it. So Coach Bump gonna get mad at me, but that was a con. They're gonna watch the Protect You podcast. They're watching it today, though.
Oh no, yeah, they're watching it today. So
they're watching it today. Big shout out to Utah coaches staff. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the show.
Yes,
getting to see their new receiver.
Absolutely. And D-Jack, I'm glad that you mentioned that red carpet tunnel treatment that they gave you of your introduction to the starting lineup. And it's funny enough that you mentioned that, because we have another video here where we get to see that happen in the flesh.
Hey,
man, that was so lit to me. Like, it was amazing.
I'm still getting chills. Bro.
Sir.
Man, dog. That was pretty cool, right?
Oh, it was pretty, like, and in my head when I first came through those curtains, I'm like, oh, okay, everyone, we're here. Hey, let's go. And I see the lights at the end. I'm like, oh, this is not done. Yeah, it's still going. So even then, I'm like, oh, okay, we still going. Okay, let's give you more hype then.
Yeah.
So
I saw that because you kind of skipped out a little bit and you thought it was going to be done there. And they were like, no, you got to hold
keep on going. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep on going.
Let's crank it back up. Let's get it going. And that was right before the photo shoot.
That was right before the photo shoot. So that gave me so much more. Like, even like the photos too. Like, you could see that, like, I was lit during the photos. So, like, yeah, that red carpet was probably like one of my favorites for sure.
Okay. Now, this last video that we're going to show, this was probably my favorite, because not only did you represent the great state of Texas.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
But you also represented our culture that has rhythm.
Oh, yes,
you know
sir.
where I'm heading.
Yes, sir.
There was a lot of people that bombed on them drums after 2 or 3 hits. And the dude was like, hey, you're out.
Yeah.
It was almost like watching, when Steve Harvey used to do Showtime at the Apollo.
Yes, sir.
Remember the gong when you couldn't sing, they yank you off the stage. That's what happened. Them dudes took them drumsticks, but he didn't take it away from you.
They did not take it away from me at all.
You completed it.
Oh, yes, sir, I did. So,
Computer Jesus, please go ahead and roll this video. Look at that, man. Hey,
yes,
you were
sir.
the only one that got the big boy chest bump.
That's what I'm saying too. So even when he said chest bump, I'm like, okay, chest bump. I'm like, wait, hold up.
And then the funniest moment, man, Coach Scally comes up behind me and your mom scares the hell out of him. You don't even know he's there. Here they go. We're like, what? Yeah, anyway, no, bro. How awesome was that?
That was amazing. Take me back right back to when I used to do like the drums, like percussion. So
Okay.
I used to have that little rhythm back then too. So
Okay. You
sing
still
right
got
back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still got it. Yeah.
Still got it. I mean,
still
but
got
like,
it.
bro, but having that whole luau.
That
I
was
mean, that's
so
different,
fun.
dog.
Yeah.
Out
That
of
was
all the
so fun.
OVs,
Yes, sir.
you ain't seen nothing like that.
At all. And just trying the different foods. Also, you know, they had the Polynesian food. They had our Texas barbecue there. Somehow, some way they had it there.
Yeah.
Then they had tacos too. So like all of that it was just crazy to see, because even when the lady came up to me and gave me the leaf necklace thing, I'm like, this is nice. Like,
Yeah.
this is crazy nice. So never been to no type of OV like this ever.
I know. I mean, we get out of the car service and we see the dude with the big machete
Oh yes, sir.
hitting that pig.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, is that a pig?
And they just, bam, pull just pops out
Yes,
of
sir.
it. Yeah, but no, definitely fun experience, definitely different, bro. And man, I can't be more happier for you though, D, for real.
Yes, sir.
Like, that was a great experience. Thank you for letting me, come on that one.
No
'Cause,
problem, yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know if I'll ever see an OV like that. I mean, that's
Probably
different.
not. Yes, sir.
It's different, man. So, but man, we're so happy for you, bro. So happy,
sir.
man. So glad that you got this. Now we get to what? Enjoy the rest of the summer.
Oh
work
yeah.
out.
So straight training and workouts, getting back into swinging things, now that they got this burden off my shoulders. So back to work and just getting ready for my season. So
Love that.
Love that, man. Love that. And one last quick message for Utah here and exactly what it is that they're going to be looking forward to in the future. From your perspective, man, what sort of student athlete is Utah going to be getting in the future?
they're going to be getting a very productive student athlete. So no matter if it's on the football field, the classroom, whatever I need to get done, I'm gonna get it done, and I'm gonna get it done on time too. So some student athletes, they be getting their work done, maybe not be on time, but if anything, I want to get my work done as early as I can, as fast as I can, so that I can know when I get onto that football field, straight football from there. So very productive. So yes, sir.
Oh, love that.
Awesome stuff,
Great
man.
answer.
Awesome stuff.
Great answer.
Well, D-Jack, thank you so much for taking the time here to come on and discuss your recruitment journey and now your commitment to the University of Utah.
Yes,
We'll be
sir.
right back, folks. New members of the Protect You crew continue to come in and week out. And it's because of big time moments like that, y'all. Seeing the ultimate payoff of recruiting journeys from the high school level and opening doors and opportunities for guys to play at the collegiate level. And I feel like we have to owe a lot of credit to the great members of the Protect You staff and the many great people that have been able to come in and help provide those types of opportunities and those platforms. And I think one of the best examples of that is our own Chase Kuiper. Chase, thank you again for coming on, man.
Oh, fired up. Big day. I'm just a small blimp on the day, but
I like it, bro. Hey, man. So do you think you could have handled those drums?
no,
If you were out there?
I don't know. He's handling this better than me.
Yeah. He was smooth up here.
I didn't kill it. I'm looking at Jay. I'm like, he's killing it.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I
a
know.
natural.
Smooth, man. Hey, but I think you would have loved that pulled pork.
Oh, I'm all in.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I like to eat.
I know.
You know,
Well, look at
Yes.
that. Hey, you
Look,
hit
barbecue.
pulled pork. We're in it.
Come on.
In it to win it.
Come on now.
Well, either way, man, we appreciate you taking the time here. I know that there's a lot of hype and a lot of buildup that comes on with welcoming the newest members of the Protect You crew. And it's one of my favorite segments because we get to talk about some incredibly under the radar talent. And then every now and then we get a guy that already has some big time national attention. So let's start off by talking about one of the newest members of the Protect You crew and welcoming in Matt Ziegler. He's a 2027 guy out of Cypress Grove. He's a defensive end, and I think you're going to see here, Chase, why he is definitely worthy of a 3-star evaluation.
Yeah, I mean, just coming in measurables at 6'4", 250, you're going to see him use his stun up here. Offensive tackles in a pretzel right now, and just uses his speed and athleticism to get back there. You're going to see it time and time again. That's what I love about Matt, is that he's just right now as a junior using his just natural athletic ability, right? What really excites me about Matt in the upcoming 6 months and then going into college is adding to his tool bag, right? So as you keep seeing here, you're going to see his speed and everything But we want to start seeing him use his hands a little bit better. Here, you're going to see it gets the blocker off of him, sheds him, stays square to the line of scrimmage, makes that tackle for loss. Same thing here, just faster than that tackle. Going to beat him to the gap, has no chance, and a little bit of Jadeveon Clowney a little bit right there. PTSD for that running back. And then here on this next clip, you're going to see a little bit of his pass rush coming here. Not this clip, my bad, but another great speed rush here. No, here is the pass clutch. Gets on the line with the quarterback. And again, big tackle for loss here. And like I said, a big thing about Matt is he's got the athletic ability. He's already 6'4", 250, has the offers like you mentioned. But biggest thing I love is that there's still to add on to, right? We're still in the lab. We still have, the time to add to his tool bag. Like I mentioned, getting more technical with his hands, doing the little things. And I just think it's a big season coming up. And by the time he gets to North Texas, then, they're going to have a monster on their hands.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, you talk about, just dropping the blessing from the skies. I mean, getting an opportunity to talk to Matt, obviously, chop it up with Dad first. And then after Dad liked what he heard, then getting, Mom and Dad right involved. And then, of course, we, all got to talk to Matt when it was time to kind of present and go over everything. But, I mean, he's a dude.
Yeah.
And, North Texas is definitely getting a steal.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, yeah.
I mean, just from a mentality standpoint,
Right.
I mean, obviously the physical, but there's the other side of it too as well, the mental aspect.
Right.
And he carries it. I mean, just from the manners he had on the Zoom blew me away. Tells me a lot just from that aspect of it. So yeah.
Right.
I do.
I know. I know we have to be careful with our words when a guy's committed, and we want to respect that. But yeah, I mean, Matt is definitely someone that is going to be on a lot of radars. And hey, this is the business. We talked about it, right?
100%.
I mean, North Texas' job is to keep him committed, and we'll see what happens there. Just because, I mean, he's just a dude that I think he's going to warrant a lot more attention, and we're honored to be repping him. And I think what we bring to the table and helping with a lot of extra guidance, I do feel is going to kind of continue to help carry and promote him along the way.
Absolutely. I'm fired up for it. Just to be able to work with a talent like that and be able to just, get his name out there to some schools that may have not heard about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a rewarding feeling knowing like, hey, you're helping a kid. Just they may not have known him or anything, but now they do, you know. And so just giving them the option to evaluate and then make their decision, very beneficial.
Say plenty more opportunities for him to continue to show off his talents and show off why it is that we're so excited to welcome him in to the Protect You crew. Then one other young man that we also have to shout out here who put on one hell of a performance in state 7-on-7. So this ain't going to be the last time we talk about him on this show.
Yeah. We
are talking about Derek McCullough II, young man out of Cy Ranch, and a true definition, I think, of an athlete. When you talk about being a multifaceted skill type of guy who fills whatever role it is his coaches need for him.
Yeah. And to your point, Jake, true definition of an athlete. Like you said it, you're going to see it here, all three phases, special team. I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing some pick sixes this year, coming out. But you're going to see on these clips, obviously his elusiveness, his true athletic ability, his speed, and honestly just determination to get into that end zone. But you're also going to see it on the offensive end as well. But like I just alluded to, like they were using him on 7-on-7 on the defensive backfield, as a safety. So really looking forward to, seeing his versatility in that back end of the defense as well. But out and up here, just goes up more physical than the defensive back, makes the play, ball players are going to make plays. Here, just seam straight down the middle, understands his football IQ, understands he has to get, between those safeties, perfect spot, good throw. Just love it. Love his knowledge of the game. We saw it. I think me, you, Jay, and Derek were talking about it. Just his awareness of the field, knowing where he needs to be. You're going to see it here. Not this clip, but the next. I think we saw this play about 3 or 4 times Saturday. Touchdowns to Derek. But again, this play here, just love it. Like you're going to get a scramble play here, but he finds that space. He uses his IQ. Finds that space. Doesn't give up on the play, and sure enough, finds himself a touchdown as well.
Yes, this one was definitely the one that when I was looking through the footage, I was like, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one that sticks out in my mind.
Right.
And to your point, and that's one of the reasons I love about, we talked about his versatility, but his ability to make plays with the ball in his hands, like we just saw, you know, from that kick return. And then obviously when he doesn't have it in his hands, still made a play. He
Right.
could have sat there and, you know, given up on the play and then the play's dead, sack, whatever it may be. But he doesn't.
Right.
Finds a gap, goes, makes a play. I love it about him. Just the versatility, true playmaker, just fired up. Love seeing him in 3D. You know, that was a great testament to him, and just being able to get out there and see it live, and things we need to work on, things he did good. You know, it was refreshing.
Yeah, bro. And I think too, what Derek really impressed me, right? You know, being a former receiver in my lighter days, right? And then obviously being a father of a collegiate receiver, obviously that one position I hold true and dear to my heart, right? And so I think what I like from seeing these clips and then what we saw on Saturday or Friday as well as Saturday was, you know, how he would not only find the zones, but even against the man, he would continue to move, right? Continue to slide. And it was almost like he had like these spider senses to where, okay, this is where the hole is. This is where the opening is. This is where I know if I sit right here, good ball, I'm catching that and I'm moving, and then I'm going to get some yak afterwards, you know. Great hands, soft hands. And also too, the other thing that really impressed me, Chase, which, you know, we were kind of talking not bad about other kids, but just being open and real, right? I love the fact that Derek shows late hands. He doesn't have to have his hands all the way out and run 5 more yards. He can wait to the last minute and then bam, pop those mitts out and then catch it, right? And that helps. And I know quarterbacks love that, you know, all over. So I truly anticipate his recruiting, you know, going up. I mean, we got social media Jay. Since I'm camera Jay now, Jake, according to the new nickname you throw out there at me. But we got social media Jay, right? Handling his ex, building that resume. And we got a ton of great footage, right, that we show. But you got a young man that's been following the nutrition plan, the recovery plan, just been grinding, right, doing everything the right way. And I know that with the systems of what we're going to be doing with Chase, by you talking to college coaches, and guess what, brother? You get to go stand on the table and say, this is a guy, and you get to mean it.
And that's the biggest point, to your point, just the character he has, the family, the support system, you know, being able to stand on the table, knowing, like you said, that guy could potentially get you a raise rather than get you fired.
Right.
It goes a long way in this business when you have to use relationships and, bonds that you've built over the years to get kids places or get real, you know, evaluations on kids. You want to be real with them too. And you want it the same way back.
Right. And I love that because you're right. Derek doesn't put bad film out there on the field, and he doesn't do anything to hurt himself off the field.
Nope.
You know, so honored to be repping him. You know, he's a prime example of, you know, you don't want to be seen until you're ready to be shown. And here, McCullough II, you are ready to be shown, my guy. And we are here for it. And cannot wait to continue to be a part of this journey. So, man, just so happy for you and honored, right, that you're a part of the Protect You crew.
Extremely.
Absolutely.
Just
man.
the beginning.
Just say, I know I'm happy about it. I know we're all happy about it. I know Pops is certainly happy about it. He was fired up during those 7-on-7 games, man. Coming up, extremely appreciative. And I think another just great embodiment of, like we've been talking about, that Protect You Trinity. Coming down to what we can do away from the field, doing everything that Derek can, highlighting what he does on the field, and obviously great parental support and a great family unit that they have behind him.
Right. Hey, and in the end, I mean, he's got 2 more siblings coming up. I mean, the mid brother is like #1 in the nation in track at his age. I think what he's like 10.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. And then they got another baby one. I mean, Dad sent me those clips too. He's like, we got 2 more coming.
The world will be ready.
Yeah.
Well, either way, y'all, we got to keep moving on here as I got another highlight that we got to talk about.
Okay.
Even more offers coming in for members of the Protect You crew. I'm not going to lie, man. I was wavering a little bit.
You were?
I'm thinking, man, 21 is a really good number. Can we make it to 22? I don't know. But then just when my doubts really start to come through, that's when opportunities continue to open up. The many talented members of the Protect You crew, making it now 22 straight weeks of more offers coming in. And, you know, my faith was tested. I got a pretty strong belief that we're going to make it to 23, y'all. Let's just go ahead and start diving into it.
Okay.
Let's start highlighting the 3 members of the Protect You crew that racked up some pretty big-time offers. And we'll start off by highlighting Dakota Clark as he picked up an offer from Oklahoma Baptist. Congratulations, Dakota. Keep working out there on the fields, and we will do our best behind the scenes to give you more of these types of opportunities.
Man, so happy for Dakota.
Yeah. No, he epitome of what you want in an athlete. Cares a lot, and really went through the camp season, camp circuit. Gave it all, and we built this relationship with the tight end way back in May. So we got him connected with the Oklahoma Baptist tight end coach McIndoe, sorry, and just started that relationship building then. And it shows that the relationship is still part of college football. And Dakota went out there and did his part, performed on a Friday, and look what happens. Walked away with an offer. Shows a little, you got to go give a little love to get a little love, and I think it worked out perfectly for.
Yeah.
Hey, and I know OBU was incredibly happy to see members of the Protect You crew coming their way, because they dropped an offer for all three of the guys that we're going to be mentioning in this segment. And let's move on to the next one, and that is Parker Newman, as he picked up 4 offers over the past week. And we'll start off by highlighting OBU shooting an offer his direction, making that the first of 4 that he picked up. Let's move on now to Benedictine, as they also shot an offer his direction. Then, also completing another excellent set of offers for the Twins is McPherson, as they also shot Parker an offer. And then last but certainly not least, one that was fresh, just happened the other night, was Culver Stockton. So congratulations to Parker Newman. And then, of course, you talk about one Twin, you got to talk about the other. And that is Peyton Newman, as he picked up 3 offers as well. We're going to hear some more repeats, but hey, when you take a chance on a couple of Twins, you got to try and respect that connection. Let's move over to Oklahoma Baptist, as they also shot an offer Peyton's direction, completing the trifecta for OBU. And then we have Benedictine also shot an offer his direction. And then last but certainly not least, Culver Stockton shot an offer his way. So congratulations to the many members of the Protect You crew as they continue to rack up some more big time offers. We love celebrating each and every one of them every single week here on the Protect You podcast.
Yeah, big time offers. I mean, and kudos to those universities for understanding the dynamic of twins, right? And both of majority of these schools, offering both, sets of brothers, because I know, Joe and family would love to see, the boys play together, and, hey, there's a lot of opportunities now for them. So definitely happy for them.
Absolutely. We're going to go to the wide camera once more here to welcome on another member of the Protect You crew here into Studio Triple J. And it may be the biggest one yet. In terms of a sheer mountain of a man, I don't know if we've had one bigger than current reigning state champion and North Shore Mustang, Brandon Hebert. Brandon, thank you, man, for taking the opportunity to come on and talk with us here inside of the studio. It really does mean a lot, man.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited.
Hey, bro. Hey, the big fella. Oh, my goodness. State champ. You're our first state champion to ever be on the Protect You podcast. Mm-hmm. And you probably are the smartest athlete ever in the history, because, bro, you're in the Hall of Fame academically at North Shore.
Yes, sir.
We're not even going, that's don't even talk football just yet. I got to know, like, when you were born and then you went to kindergarten and the teacher said, everybody get their crayons out. At that moment, did you realize I'm smarter than everybody in this class?
I feel like Picasso. I really did. It was really interesting going through experiencing younger things, and it was a great time. A great time.
You was? Okay. And so, but like, I mean, I just got to know though. I want detail. Like, when did you know, hey, I'm young Sheldon in real life? When did you know that?
I would have to say this past year, we took a test in physics, and I did not think I did good on this test. And when I got my results, I got 100. And I was like, I could not believe that. And my grade ended up being like a 120 because everybody didn't do so well on the test. And my teacher came there the next day and got me this bundt cake, and I was just so surprised.
Bro, you had me at physics. Like, what? Brandon, that's awesome. No, man, when I'll never forget, Chase called me and he was like, hey, man, we got to go to an event for Brandon. I'm like, cool. Let's go. I'm going to come pick you up. Let's get it. Of course, I'm just thinking football. And, I'm like, oh, man, are they getting their state championship rings? We're going to get to watch, like, the ceremony. And then Chase was like, no, it's academics. I'm like, academics, like Hall of Fame for academics right now? He's got a whole nother year. Bro, you were like Jordan still playing his last year, but you get put in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's you, man. It's got to be an honor, and knowing that your name is going to be entrenched, right, in those halls. But let's go back in time a little bit, Brandon, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I'll never forget the first time I saw you. You were 12 years old. You know what I'm talking about. You were playing with the Super Friends, right? My guy Billy Mitchell and Dylan and company. You also had J Storm Night.
Yes, sir.
It was at Grand Oaks High School, right? You know, we just had Darnell Jackson here,
Sure.
right? That was when my Pines had Grand Oaks as our home field. And I'll never forget the team manager that was on that 12U team that y'all destroyed, my little Pines team. I wasn't coaching that team, Brandon. I'm glad because I don't like taking L's. And I remember her running up saying, Jay, we got to go check these birth certificates. Ain't no way these kids were 12 years old. And I remember walking down there and meeting you and Jay Storm for the first time and was like, man, they got the baby face. But I see what you're saying because there are many giants.
Yeah.
But talk to us about, man, what was it like you playing, you know, on such an elite team, you know, with those guys, and then kind of seeing where all three of y'all are now in regards to your recruiting and all the kind of being a household name all over the nation.
Yes, sir. We really was unstoppable, really. I loved playing with those guys. We always played great together. Jay Storm played on the right side and I played on the left. We was just killing everybody. It was just a powerhouse. And then when we opened the gap, Dylan would just be flying by. He's like the fastest kid I know.
So y'all would just block and make a hole, and then he would just go.
He would just fly by. I'm like, wait, what was that?
Right. Isn't that crazy to think about in Little League football that you got three guys that all are just dominant?
Yes, sir.
All dominant. Like, did you know, hey, we're going to be pretty special when we get older?
We're all doing great things. And I just can't believe that all of us are kind of growing together. It's just a great thing to have these people you can call to and talk to about the experiences you're going through.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, what is it like now, right? And I think the audience is going to want to know this as well. What is it like playing for North Shore High School, one of the premier high schools, not only in the state of Texas, but in the nation?
It's great. It's a lot of hard work, most definitely. Sometimes I'd be thinking we're doing some crazy things, but I really understand why we're the state championship team.
Yeah, but hey, matter of fact, hey, hold that ring up. Hold that up again. Look at that.
Yes.
Hey, and for the audience, that thing got some weight on it. Heavy ring, boy. Y'all went all out, bro.
Yes, sir.
I mean, but most underclassmen don't even start at North Shore, right? You know, how are you blessed to, you know, start, you know, ever since your junior season with all that talent walking up and down those halls?
I got to thank God, first of all. He gave me my height, my size, my intelligence, but I was the one to grow it and facilitate that and become what I am right now, which I'm very proud of.
And then you started the season off at right tackle, right?
I was
right
tight. It was a tight end. They had a package.
Really?
Yes.
You were a tight end?
Yeah, they had a package, like they called it Rhino, where they would put me on the right side as the tight end right next to the tackle to help the tackle out and expand the pocket. And they would put me in these special plays to get extra yards. And always when I was in, we always got the biggest, best plays. So they did not fall on that.
And then, like halfway through the season, they move you to left tackle.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that moment in practice where coach was like, hey, we're going to move you to left tackle so we can win state?
I was a little nervous, but I knew I was ready. I knew that if I put my mind to it, I could do anything.
And brother, I think the biggest highlight, then y'all, what was it, Lake Travis y'all played? Or was it
sir.
Austin West? Was it Lake Travis?
Lake Travis.
And that was in the semis?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah, bro, you frustrated that kid. I don't know who that kid is. I'm sure he's going to be great and has a future, but
I remember watching those.
You remember that?
We had them here on the pod, and it was
call and get the call, Brandon Hebert edition. I've never seen somebody be so frustrated in all my time of watching football. And of course, you did some frustrations in that Duncanville game for that state championship. You had some dudes that questioned some things, man, and here you are now, living proof, state champ. Y'all ready to run it back again this year, aren't you?
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, we love that energy. And we know that, Brandon, you have taken such a strong focus on your academics. We started off this interview by talking about that, of just how important it's been for you to take care of business in the classroom. And, I mean, D-Jack even talked about it as well. You're a student first.
Yes, sir.
It's student athlete. How much of a focus would you say your academics have been taking during this part of your high school career?
I would say it's taking a lot of focus. like after practice, you'll be dead tired and you won't want to go straight to sleep, but you got to stay up a little longer, finish the paper, write a couple paragraphs. So you just got to be diligent and be able to learn how to push yourself a little further.
Hey, and I mean, it pays off when you're talking about schools care about that type of stuff.
They
We
do.
know, obviously, that, like we've talked about, sports take the forefront here, but you have to be willing to take care of business in the classroom. And I think you're a perfect embodiment of that, of a young man who has everything that he could possibly need on the field. But you've taken on such a strong approach and such a willingness in the classroom to put all of that stuff first. So now it's easy for these schools to come forward and say, hey, we don't have to worry about you. We know that you're going to take care of yourself on and off the field, man. And as the son of two teachers, I know I can appreciate that. But can you tell us a little bit too of how appreciative your family has been of this as well? I know this isn't one of the questions we had for you, but how appreciative has your family been in the aid that you've been able to provide in this journey of being such a sharp-witted young man?
My parents were very excited about the opportunities I've been getting from being strictly just intelligent. My parents, they really like that about me, that they don't got to worry about my grades, got to be worrying about if I'm going to fail a class or not.
Right.
And I do feel that at home. They really do support me in everything that I do.
And I'm gonna tell you something too, B. And this is probably from my little league coaching experience, right? We traveled on select, so let me water that down. I did little league and then I did select ball. But I've always stood on the fact that the toughest position to play, like non-quarterback position, is the offensive line. And I've been a big believer in that. And it's because of the fact that, you know, you got to call the blocking schemes, right? You know, if a linebacker blitzes, now you got to change up, right? You got to go man on man, or if you got a zone block, you got to remember where the ball is going, right? Then you got to remember the snap count, right? There's so many different things that happens. And then when the ball is snapped, quick decisions and you got to move, right? Because then the D-line, you know, slants or they do a shift. You know, there's so much that goes along with that. How has your intelligence really helped you just dominate your position when it comes to that?
Yes, sir. You really got to understand the play because you don't see the ball. It's like right behind you. So you kind of got to map up, like, okay, what's the play? He's going left. So I got to make sure I make a gap for him, make sure he can go through my gap. And to understand the play and understand the defense, you got to study the defense and make sure you understand their tendencies and stuff that they like to do. So you're going to be able to block effectively and push them where they don't want to go.
Bro, are you only 17 years old?
I'm 16, coach.
Oh, come on.
Dog,
That was a perfect analytical breakdown.
did you hear what he just said? I can't wait to watch the replay just for this one part. You're only 16?
Yes, sir. I turned 17 on August 25th. Yes, sir.
Bro.
Hey,
Are you
Again,
kidding me?
it's easy to understand why so many schools love you, man, because you bring such a level of intelligence and such a great understanding of the game. I know you and I have talked about this in a handful of the interviews we've done, but your ability to flex that intelligence both in the classroom, but then bringing that same language, bringing those same breakdowns to the way you talk about your play on the field, that's massive, man. And like I said, it's easy to understand why so many schools want to buy in to what you're capable of at the collegiate level, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Here we go.
I got to say, Brandon, without further ado, there's been a lot of build up to this moment. There's been a lot of investment. There's been a lot of emotion, hard work put into this, not just by you, but your family and the community that surrounds you, man. So without further ado, where is it going to be
Before I answer
for the
that
college level?
question,
Yeah.
do you mind if I kind of unbutton my jacket? It's a little hot in here.
And say, I know it's a little warm in here,
jacket.
stuffy in
Yeah,
here.
it is. It's not winter time.
Yeah, I gotta take it off. I'll be committing to the admission process at Princeton University.
Wow. Ivy League, baby, is getting a monster. Wow, Brandon, so happy for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So happy, bro. I mean, we're not shocked, right? Because once again, the academics part, but just tell the world, like, how do you turn down, you know, the Big 10, the Big 12, right? SEC, like, how do you turn down the traditional football conferences to go to an Ivy League school?
They're all great schools, and I do appreciate all the coaches that followed me throughout this recruitment journey. But what was different about Princeton is that they value after football. They don't only develop the student, but they develop the athlete. Wait, I mixed that one up. It's the athlete then and the student. So I like that they, what's the word? I forgot it. That they uplift both of those attributes.
I like
They
that.
say, hey, putting a big time focus on that. And I can understand too, that being a big reason that separates Princeton from all these other schools is that, I mean, we hype up the Ivy League here in the States because it is that much of a difference, because this is building up that reputation where I know the stigma has become your degree at college doesn't matter. When your degree comes from an Ivy League,
Right.
that
matters.
That matters.
It matters.
What were some of the other things for you that really separated Princeton from the other schools that were going after you throughout your recruitment journey?
The first thing is that before they ask you anything, they ask for your transcript. That was a little different. They do a little bit different recruitment over there in the Ivy League schools. And I like how they have a 40-year plan, which they set up for each student for after they leave colleges. And I do like that. So they set up their future while they're in college.
Man, look, bro, I'm just impressed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know, just out of, you know, the Privacy Act laws that we have here at Protection United, I can't throw numbers out, but you know, you are definitely a young man that has said, you know, I'm gonna bet on myself, and I'm not gonna let, you know, money dictate or control my future. I want to stay in full control of my own future. Bro, I mean, you're different, Bram. I'm just honored. I'm honored to be your agent, but damn, I'm just honored to be a part of your life. Like, I can't wait. You know, when I go on vacation, I'm gonna be bragging about you. When I go to Cancun, I'm just like, man, we rep this young man that truly wants to go somewhere where education is just as equal to him as playing the game of football. I don't know if I'm ever going to meet anybody like you the rest of my life, Brandon. And I mean that in a very complimentary way, bro.
Yes,
And I mean that. Like, you know, initial reactions, initial thoughts can be all over the place for everybody, right? Myself included. It's like, man, why is he turning this down? But then the more I thought about it, and now getting to talk to you and be on the podcast and hear right from you, right? Directly from you, not through a Zoom or a phone call, but like getting to hear in 3D. You changed my mind, just like Darnell changed my mind on Utah. Now I am a Princeton Tiger too, and I'm excited, man. I'm really happy for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So we're all incredibly excited for what this opportunity means for you, man. How good does it feel to have that weight off your shoulders, though, to have made your commitment? Now you just got to get out there this next season and play, man.
It feels really good to not have to worry about it, have a place you can call home, and a future to look forward to.
Yeah. Hey, it's a future that's certainly bright for you, man. We're very excited for you. Congratulations on this big time moment, man. It means a lot. Well, with that, y'all, we have another live commitment here on the Protect You podcast. You saw it first. Brandon Hebert taking his talents to the Ivy Leagues and to Princeton University. Hey,
so happy for him, man.
Incredibly happy for that. What a sensational moment for him, for that entire family, because they've talked about putting education first, and it certainly shows.
I know.
When you say, I'm going to go to the Ivy Leagues.
I agree. I agree, man. And just so happy. I mean, the green room is loaded with, you know, two amazing moms, two amazing young men that they both have raised, two different journeys, both in great spots. Because the other thing, too, if you remember, even with Utah, right? Remember that graphic I showed last week when it showed that, like, they have the highest graduation rate out of Utah and Northwestern, Vanderbilt, Duke. Well, guess what? 3 of those schools had offered Darnell because Darnell grades are good, where he could have gotten to Northwestern and Vandy to go along with Utah. Man, we just have intelligent kids here at Protection United.
All incredibly sharp, y'all. Let's take a little time here to celebrate once more as we have even more birthdays. The last batch of the June birthdays, where this month was absolutely loaded.
Social media team's like, what the hell?
We have another batch of 4 birthdays that we got to celebrate here. And hey, we said we aren't going to talk about these guys just once on the show. And in some of these cases, not just twice on the show. Yeah. This will be some of the 3rd times we get to mention these guys on the show. We'll start out by taking a time machine back just a little bit here to June 27th, as our own Marco Beltran had his birthday, the New Mexico Lobo.
The Lobo.
We're excited for that one. Happy birthday to you, Marco. And then just yesterday, our guy Aja Bradford celebrated his birthday. I know he's incredibly excited to get his collegiate journey going. Happy birthday to you, Aja. Also celebrating his birthday yesterday. Hey, it was a very active weekend for the guy, Derek McCullough II. He also celebrated his birthday. Happy birthday to you. And then today, y'all, we got to celebrate our guy, Ethan Williams, another recent commit that we had on the show. But now we get to celebrate him for a different reason, as his birthday is today.
Happy birthday, guys. Man, a lot of June birthdays.
Yes, there
We
are.
had seemed like 15 June birthdays.
That email that we had to get all the graphics ready to go for may have been the longest one I have seen.
Yeah. A lot of action in October.
And we had D-Lag had his birthday at the start of the month. Logan Mahoney had his birthday
That's
as
right.
well. So
That's right.
hey, it was an active
right.
month all around.
June's a big month for birthdays. We'll remember that.
That it
forward,
is,
we're
y'all.
more prepared.
That it is. And hey, let's just take a little bit more time here to thank the sponsor of today's episode, and that is Game One. Looking to elevate your game? At Game One, we come alongside your team to provide custom uniforms, apparel, and equipment built for performance and delivered with unmatched service. Plus, our online team and fan stores make it easy for athletes and parents to get custom gear anytime, anywhere. Visit game-1.com today to learn more, because your team deserves the best.
What a fun show, Jake.
It has been a very fun show.
Fun show,
It has
man.
been. But I think we got one last thing that we got to talk about.
Okay.
We addressed the elephant in the room. Obviously, my skin did not handle this bright sun
Oh, your skin.
and the heat
The
of
feeling.
Central Texas
Yeah.
quite as well as everyone else's did. But there was a reason why.
Okay.
Because we were rolling deep inside of the state 7-on-7 for the state of Texas, where we had many members of the Protect You crew representing their high schools and doing everything possible to advance deeper towards the state championship for 7-on-7. And man, we were rolling deep, not just in terms of the athletes, but we had a lot of staff members out there as well.
Yeah, we did.
You
brother.
were out there, myself, we
Yep.
had Big J was out there, Chase was out there, Logan was out there looking at potential prospects.
Mhm.
But it was a blast and a great time all around, as we got to see some sensational performances.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, that state 7-on-7 tournament is so huge here in Texas. I know other states take 7-on-7 just as seriously, right? Out in Florida, obviously Cali is big. And I think other states are now starting to gravitate towards it. But it's just different here when you get to go compete, with your school. It's like a real tournament. It's like the World Cup is going on right now. You got pool play and then the knockout rounds, right, on Saturday. But definitely was awesome. So glad that with our partnership with Vipe here, one of the largest, sports media outlets here in the state of Texas. I love our partnership with them because we said we need camera guys, and they said we got camera guys. And Computer Jesus, if you want to start rolling some of these photos, man, we first start off with our guy, of course, Darnell Jackson Jr. There he is. Look at easy touch. That boy almost ran over to the.
It was the wetland growth that they had going on the side of the
They
field.
saw me come up. I got him. I had to come shove my dude. Look at him sitting in the zone. Ooh, beautiful. And he goes and gets more yak. Ugh.
Man,
He couldn't even get hands on him. He's so fast. I wish I was that fast.
to say there was one sensational play that he had that we'll have to talk about after this, because talk
There
about a
he
guy
is.
taking full advantage of the spotlight.
Ugh.
Derek McCullough II.
Yeah, man.
We left that tournament and we were like, oh yeah, we got to talk about D-Mac when we get
brother.
out there.
I mean, hey, and he's catching balls from the Houston commit QB, guy Baker, right?
Yeah.
Braden Baker.
And not only that, he was starting and playing significant time on
look at
both
that.
sides of the ball.
Then, there
In
he
the
is.
basket.
Just in the basket doing his thing.
And then, hey, our College Park guys were also taking care of business. There's the man, Duke Stevens, getting out there where they had to use him in a lot of different sets, showing some great variety out there as well. And hey, I'm liking the look that he's got going.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's that running back look coming out. Nice speed
Quick little
out.
dump off, but then
Going and getting
going
it.
and getting
Yeah,
after the.
there it is.
And I know that College Park staff that they were out there watching those games, they were extremely happy to see not just him, but then also Jordan White and James Cabarrus, two lockdown threats
Yeah.
that were putting a pretty hefty clamp on everyone else that was out there. And then, of
Yes, it
course,
was.
we got to talk about the Willis guys that we
There
had
it
out there
is.
as well.
Amaji Friend.
Friend was getting in some significant reps as well. And hey, I love the footage that our guy was able to get out there, because we didn't have just one Willis guy out there. We didn't have just two Willis guys out there, not three, but four different Protect You crew members repping the purple and white. There's Caden Williams getting in some big time reps. And hey, I know we talk about big time athletes, guys that have been making their commitments. And I know Caden was ready to get out there and prove why North Texas put so much faith in him.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we got the whole secondary out there, so you get both corners and you got the two safeties. That helps and makes it easier. There's my guy Kilo, the Mississippi State commit, doing his thing, right? And of course, Caden Williams, right? That North Texas commit we talked about. Jamal Lagway, he's got 20 plus offers, 2028, so he's got time to make his decision. And then Amaji Friend, right, just right there flying underneath that radar, that 2027 safety that we feel very confident he'll find his home after probably the first 3 or 4 games of the season. But definitely happy to see our guys, as we now kind of, there's the guy Jamal Lagway, right, doing his thing, the young buck.
But I like, too, that there was such a great community that was out there for every single one of these guys. Obviously, their parents were out there supporting, getting active a little bit on the sidelines there as well. But I think that's the true embodiment of what makes this type of competition special.
Yeah.
Where you got family members, you got coaches, everybody right there up on the sidelines. They get dang near as close to field access as you can get. You can't get that type of access in a normal 11-on-11 gridiron. And so,
well, I mean, I can.
Well, I mean, we can. We can.
Yeah, but you're right, to mom and dads. I mean, getting to be there. But no, seriously, I mean, the canopies. And of course, you're always going to have a canopy go flying. Every year you see canopies fly. I don't know why they don't pin those things down, but you can, yeah, but that was definitely fun. And then, of course, right, I mean, we also did something else special. I wanted to do something different this year. Besides just getting video, I also wanted to mic up our quarterbacks. I felt that it was important that we get an opportunity to actually allow them and show their personalities, right, and get to know them a little bit more. UIL kind of frowned at me when I asked for permission to let our receivers and DBs get mic'd up, because they're like, oh, what if they fall on it, Jay? Okay, fine. Well, the quarterbacks, they can't do nothing but stand there and throw in 7-on-7, right? So we got some really good footage, Jake, of Adolphe, and we also got some of Harley Adams where they're mic'd up during the game. Hey, make sure you talk. Oh, that was deep.
Good job, boy. Thank you.
Hey, make sure you talking in the mic, man. Give us good content. Give me
every time. Hey, if they play like that, bro, you have it wide open.
I know, dude.
Like
wide ass open.
Wide open just to sit.
Dude, the little short.
You can. I know.
I'm not even
If they play like that, bro, you can just get right there and
they're
just.
gonna press me in the end zone because we know it's not
Exactly.
But they pressed me with that little ass fucker, dude. Right on his head.
Oh, coach, these guys towels on the field.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Ready. Let's go, D.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
14, Mike! 14!
Appreciate it.
Hey, great grab. Way to throw down. Hey, fantastic.
Ready. Yeah.
No.
Ready. That's what we do, baby. That's what. Hey, Fat, this up, Fat. Hey, go switch. Hold on. Go. Best. I'm going to top.
Bubble.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah, nigga, let's go. Hey,
Get the bean back, get the bean back. Hey, come on. Hey, run again. You are? All right. Hey, are you open? Same thing. Running. Yeah. Hey, do the same thing, swap. No, right here. OTB. I know. Hey, one.
Hey, make sure you talk. Oh, that was deep.
Good job, boy. Thank you.
Make sure you talking in the mic, man. Give us good content. Give me
a very unique experience and a very unique way to try and capture some content for our guys. And I mean, I love hearing that type of stuff as well. I love when pro players get mic'd up so you can see and hear a little bit of that technique and talking over the communication with your teammates. But I think it was incredibly unique and really cool opportunity for us to mic up our guys just to see how they operate when they're out there on the gridiron.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm a big fan of what Peyton Manning has done with Netflix, right? When you got receiver and you got quarterback and just getting to hear these QBs be mic'd up. I loved hearing Harley, right? When he threw the touchdown pass, to D Jackson, he was like, hey man, that's what we do. Right. And just kind of getting to hear that emotion, obviously hearing like Zaya Dolphe audibly at the line, changing up, telling these guys, hey, we're running and all the things, just kind of getting that all, access. Let's see if I can get away with that during the season. What if we can get Harley mic'd up? Throwing some things to D Jackson.
That one might be a little more strict.
It might be. But if we got the mic camouflage to the Grand Oaks orange, like maybe we could pull that off. I don't know. Let me do some thinking on that and we can see. But all in all, no, great weekend. Big shout out to Dave Campbell's, for allowing us, field access, right? Getting our media credentials, allowing us to be on the field, capturing those moments. And helping, continue to promote our guys. And so I'm ready, brother. I think the World Cup is helping me get fast forward because I'm ready for football season.
Mm-hmm.
I want a little mini vacay. I want to enjoy the 4th. I want it in, but the World Cup finishes off and then August will be here. And then before you know it, Jake, high school football will be back in action.
Yes, all incredibly exciting things building up here. And I think with that, y'all, that does it for this episode of the Protect You podcast. It's been a jam-packed one that I know a lot of people have been looking forward to. 2 in-studio interviews, Darnell Jackson Jr. and Brandon Hebert. Brandon making his live commitment here on the show. And then, of course, talking about more offers coming in, new members of the crew, and then the state 7-on-7 tournament. If you liked what you saw or want to go back and watch anything that you might have missed, be sure to head on over to the Protection United YouTube channel where we have full videos listed each and every time we go live. And make sure that you click subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified every single time. Quick shout outs as well throughout this week. Special shout outs to the many camera people and the operators that we had out there working for Vipe, to the many people that were in the live chats that we had going here earlier. Quick shout out as well to Carlin Baker, our social media manager, and our graphic designer, as well as Jay Arnold, our social media manager. It truly does make a village to get everything going here. And so it truly means a lot that y'all have been able to help us tremendously build this platform and help elevate all of the members of the Protect You crew. But as always, y'all, I have been Jake Wilson as always, alongside the man, Jay Mickens. Justin Woods was our excellent producer. We will catch you all on the next one. See you around.